The answer is not to have my party in charge of every single aspect of life in the world. The answer is to go back and get a better political philosophy. The answer is to go back and rethink it and propose a better way. The answer is to build up non-governmental, pre-political entities, institutions, and have strong, robust, what I call middle culture, that mediating institution. The answer is not to take a side right now and just shout louder. And when you talk about just saying things as if reality will change, this has been a feature of the last several administrations.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that they're on equal planes in terms of every issue. It doesn't mean like everyone's bad. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is that things have dramatically changed, and you don't have to go back that far to actually see that. There was a time when the president didn't speak to every single issue because every single issue was not considered an executive issue. There were some that were congressional and some that are executive. We haven't even kind of gotten into those waters about the separation of powers that was part of the founding vision, and that there was a very clear understanding that this was Congress's job and not the president's job, and what the president really was supposed to do. But there was also, basically, it just wasn't thinkable that the state would try to solve every single problem in every single school or in every single community or anything like that. And you don't have to look back that far to see that fundamentally is what has changed. And that reflects a view of life in the world that is a dangerous one. It's a competing worldview to what Christians believe in. The answer is not to have my party in charge of every single aspect of life in the world. The answer is to go back and get a better political philosophy. The answer is to go back and rethink it and propose a better way. The answer is to build up non-governmental, pre-political entities, institutions, and have strong, robust, what I call middle culture, that mediating institutions. Until we do that, it's just going to be a yo-yo of going back and forth of the government, overstepping. Part of the speech had to do with President Biden's nomination to replace Justice Breyer on the Supreme Court. Well, the answer, according to our friends at the Federalist Society and ADF, at least partly has been, let's train up better judicial philosophy so we have players that can go in the game.
Right.
Right now, I think we've got a real problem. And it's moments like this. It's not a new problem. I think it's a exaggerated problem under this president. There's a desperation in this presidency. Things are not going well across the board. There's not really a chance that he's going to make any sort of signature accomplishment in the remaining part of his presidency. Certainly not Build Back Better. Certainly not the Equality Act. I'd be shocked unless something just goes dramatically in a different direction than pretty much everyone thinks they will in the midterms. And it's just in a really weird spot. And that's, I think, also when you just string together a bunch of issues and claim stewardship or ownership over all of them, you're basically doing that in place of listing accomplishments, because there's not really that many to list.